Okay, so let's go ahead. Samurai Shodown. Well then, it's time for a Game Boy fighting game. And it was pointed out to me that the Ninja Gaiden gave me Samurai Shodown. That's amusing. So yeah, me and fighters I know of the Samurai Shodown fighting games. I've never really played them, or don't know what is special that makes them any different from any of the other fighting games. I know that it is probably best played on like Neo Geo or some other one of those arcade units. And just looking at the various ninja characters here. Let's go with Hanzo. Yeah, I'm kinda with you on that, Hanzo. I kinda figured this was who I was going to be fighting, but well, that was certainly more story than we've gotten in this type of fighting game before. Okay, so let's see what we have for moves and abilities and such. You know, other than... Wow, okay. So he can do that while I have sort of sword slash... Oh man, that was actually a good thing. That was me getting a throw, not him. And bombs are dropping from the skies. Well, I had all of the power, and now it's gone. Not a clue what is actually up with that, POW system down there. Don't know what causes it to raise or deplete. Well, for now, let's just try and get a basic win off of normal attacks, and then we'll go ahead and look up some fighting moves. Nifty. Okay, so let's see. Game Boy. Samurai Shodown. Hooray! There's an FAQ. And the move list from the arcade. That's probably not actually going to help us due to the fact that there are several less buttons here on the Game Boy. Okay, let's search for Hanzo. There we go. Yeah, the arcade looks like it uses an A, B, C, D button setup versus the Game Boy, which has A and B. So I don't exactly know how... Well, that was the thing. I don't know how I did that. Hey, we drew a shuriken. So we have a move figured out, even though he blocked it both times I managed it. Also, I did figure that the stuff falling from the sky was food, you know, the non-bomb things. So it's good to have that confirmed. And yeah, not really too concerned with that. Okay, so let's go into our third match here. Kind of a slow fighter in that, like some of the other Game Boy fighters we've had, we've been able to do sort of different kinds of combos in that sense of just stringing together different hits really quickly. This doesn't seem to have that side of thing. That was cool. All of these things that... Hey! Okay, now we know how to do that. Just hit both buttons at the same time. Oh yeah, I was staggered there. I should have taken advantage of that, but yeah. Not really liking this one. This is more... like, even if this were on the Game Boy Advance, I'm sure, or even the Game Boy Color, it'd probably be a little bit better in terms of... Actually, maybe not on the Game Boy Color, come to think of it, since that's not really much better in terms of controls or ability to have a fast fight going. I will say, though, that while I've rather enjoyed some of the other Game Boy fighters that we've had, this one is feeling more like a chore. Just the slow speed of it, the not really combos. So, you know, I think this will be about it for this one. We managed to actually win a match with only a little bit of save stating. And we'll try our match against Hanzo and, you know... Nice. If we can't actually manage to beat him, then... don't really much care beyond that. So it seems like he's more of a reactionary character, content to just kind of stand there for long periods of time. Well then. Also just feels a bit weird just with how and when moves are able to be pulled off. Just doesn't seem quite as nice as a lot of other fighting games. I will say that I do like the random health ups in the middle of the battles. That's something more fighting games should be making use of here. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to pause it there. trying our third match against Hanzo. And yeah, either way, win or lose, this will be our last match. Don't really care to see any more of this game. It has not really been gripping, to say the least. Would like to be able to try that move myself, but don't really care to try all of the moves listed for the arcade game and see how to try and transfer them to the Game Boy. And there we go. Lost anyways. No real matter. So yeah, this has been Samurai Shodown. Just go ahead and see the game over screen, and that'll be all. Can't really say that I recommend this one, both in that there are better Game Boy fighters and far better versions of Samurai Shodown. Obviously, original arcade, Neo Geo, whatever versions are obviously far superior. Okay. No, I was hoping there'd be some kind of bit of story as to what happens if you lose. But oh well, either way, that is all that we're gonna do here.